If we simply consider a nation's gross domestic product, the sum of all goods and services produced by a country during one year, then we would have to conclude that the richest nations are exactly the ones with the largest GDP. In this video, we're discussing about the world's richest countries in the world. Welcome to Index. Number 1. Luxembourg. Luxembourg GDP, $89.1 billion and population, 639,000. Luxembourg is one of the relatively unscathed European countries to come out of the COVID-19 pandemic. The nation is known for using wealth to ensure better living standards, healthcare, and education for the general populace. Further, the country is one of the biggest tourist destinations in the world, with its idyllic castles, abundant greenery, and picturesque canals. Number 2. Ireland. Ireland. GDP, $589.57 billion. Population, 5.03 million. After the great financial crisis of 2008, Ireland put a lot of effort into reforming its banking industry. It initiated measures like cuts to public sector wages to get its economy where it is today. Further, Ireland is one of the largest corporate tax havens in the world, with multinational companies such as Apple, Google, and Microsoft adding over 50% to the Irish economy in recent years. Number 3. Richest country in the world is Switzerland. Switzerland GDP, $813 billion, population, 8.70 million. One of the biggest tourist hotspots globally, Switzerland also has a bustling financial sector. The country further benefits from exports of precious metals, precision instruments, and machinery like computers and medical devices. About 74% of the Swiss GDP comes from the services sector and 25% from industry, with less than 1% from the agricultural sector. Switzerland further has the lowest VAT rate in Europe. Number 4. Norway. Norway GDP, $546.77 billion, population, 5.41 million. Norway is again a top petroleum provider in the Western European territories. The country has made good financial progress after the economy crashed during the COVID-19 crisis. Further, Norway has a $1.3 trillion sovereign wealth fund to deal with any crises urgently, which also happens to be the largest of its kind in the world, which is make 4th richest county in the world. Number 5. Richest country in the world is Singapore. Singapore, GDP, $497.35 billion. Population, 5.45 million. Singapore is one of the world's biggest hubs for businesses and trading centers. The nation has many high-net-worth individuals among its population. The economy has taken a few consecutive hits in recent years, with the pandemic at first and then the Chinese sputtering economy, a crucial trading partner, especially for Singapore's manufacturing sector, making up 21.6% of the total GDP in Singapore. Number 6. Richest country in the world is Iceland. Iceland, GDP, $30.57 billion, and population, 373,000. The economy of Iceland is centered around tourism, fishing, and aluminium export. Currently recovering from the pandemic effect, tourism contributed 8.1% to the GDP and 35% of the goods and service export revenue of the country in the pre-COVID period. Aluminium and marine products exports amounted to about 40% and 34% of its total exports. Number 7. Richest country in the world is Qatar. Qatar, GDP, $235.5 billion, and population, 2.93 million. Qatar, and also the UAE, are on this list of the top 10 economies by GDP per capita ranking for 2023, benefit largely from their reserves of natural resources. For example, Qatar's oil and natural gas reserves are significantly huge compared to its population, contributing to its high ranking among the richest countries. Number 8. Richest country in the world is United States. United States of America. GDP, $26.95 trillion, and population, 332 million. If you were wondering about GDP per capita US at the beginning, the country definitely makes it to the list of the top 10 economies by GDP per capita PPP, albeit at one of the lower ranks. Along with being a dominant economic entity, America is also powered by its military capacities. Number 9. Richest country in the world is Denmark. Denmark, GDP, $420.8 billion, and population 5.86 million. According to the Global Peace Index, Denmark is the second safest country in the world, and as per Numbio's Quality of Life Index, the Scandinavian country ranks fourth in the standard of living in the world. It is self-reliant for its energy and exports to the European countries. Although services contribute 67% to its GDP, Denmark is known for its pharmaceutical products, industrial machinery, and electrical machinery production. Number 10th richest country in the world is UAE, United Arab Emirates. GDP $359 billion and population 9.99 million. The UAE, as mentioned above, benefits greatly from its natural resources. Only 20% of the total population in this region is truly native, the rest being attracted by economic benefits like tax-free salaries. Aside from its hydrocarbon sector, tourism, finance, and construction are lucrative sectors in the UAE. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.